All right, back to 1 point linear perspective. We've got two boxes, one on eye level, one above eye level, and now we're going to do one below eye level. This one's going to be completely below our eyes as we're looking off in the distance to the horizon line, which is right here. So the entire box is below eye level. And you'll notice I've already drawn in the square that starts it. And we're going to go to the vanishing point using the same vanishing point. It just helps them to feel like they're all lined up in the same space basically as each other, kind of like a neighborhood might be. But if we use different vanishing points, it happens in reality too. They might be two different neighborhoods with different directions in how the houses are built. So you want to keep in mind that this would be more like a city or a really unified neighborhood, not a kind of scattered, rambling neighborhood. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to go to the same vanishing points from each of the corners. I've already drawn the box in. I want to remind you, you do need to erase the edges that go beyond the edges of the box to the horizon line and the vanishing point. And when you do it, be careful not to erase your box or the actual edges that are there or the horizon line. Go back to the vanishing point from the top left corner. Do it from the bottom left corner of the square. Make sure you go to exactly the same place on the vanishing point, otherwise it's not going to look real. And then do it from the right. Now each of my boxes is 2 inches in size. It's easier to fit them all on the page if you do that. You don't want to make them too much smaller because then you have more difficulty in making the shading happen on them, and that's the next step for this work. Just like we did on the previous one. Now, by the way, you've got two faces that we're going to see because it's off to the right of the vanishing point and it's below our eye level. So we're going to see the top face and the side face because it's not right on the horizon line for just one face and not just above the vanishing point for one of the faces. So we're seeing two faces. Anytime that it's off to one side or the other of the vanishing point on the horizon line, you have to put in two faces. And this is where we would honestly use 2-point linear perspective instead. But moving my ruler to the left from that front edge, I'm going to go back maybe about 2/3 of an inch, maybe a little bit more. And I'm drawing a line that's parallel to this front edge between these two lines at the side, right? So it's between this corner and this corner right there. And then I'm going to line up, this is where it gets tricky, putting your ruler at the front edge. We want to make a line that's parallel to that one because it's just 1-point perspective. So we're putting it right on that front top edge, and we're going to move it back to where it meets up with this vertical line on this top line for the side face. So we want to line them up and then move it up, and double check before you draw your line that your ruler is parallel to the horizon line, and then where the side edge meets up with that line, draw a line that goes to the opposite side edge. And now you've got one box below eye level that has 3 faces to it because it's off to the right of the vanishing point and below the vanishing point, or the horizon line. Now, it could have been here, it could have been here, it could have been here. There are lots of different places that you would have 2 faces, 2 side faces and the front face. On this one, right below eye level. All right? Once you've got that done, go to our last video that talks about value building, and I'll just get some started, and then you will be able to do your 3.